You've done the affirmations, the vision boards, the journaling, and still nothing. It's not that manifesting doesn't work. It's that one thought you've been replaying since you were 12 is canceling every single request. Well, hello, Lenny. How are you?
Hey, Linda, I'm doing pretty good. How are you on this Wednesday evening?
Well, I'm good. We've kind of had this little brain thrust throw to try something a little new and different. So
Yes.
today we're going to be total audio and do an audio
Hmm.
podcast. And the title of our podcast is Why Your Manifestation Isn't Working and the
Oh,
One
yeah.
Thought Blocking It.
Sounds pretty important to me.
I think so. So are you ready?
Let's get into it.
Okay, great. So, Lenny, I want to ask you something that I know a lot of people are sitting with right now. They've been doing affirmations, maybe vision boards, the whole thing, and nothing's happening. They're manifesting nothing. What do you think's going on here?
Well, that's a great question, Linda. From what I've seen, I think people are doing all the external stuff, but they're not catching the internal dialogue, if that makes sense.
Wow, yes, that's it. And here's what most people don't realize. The one thought that you've been replaying since you were a kid, right? We've all done it. That thought
That's
is
true.
canceling every single thing you're trying to bring in. I'm going to tell
Wow.
you exactly what I mean about that. I spent 3 years trying to manifest the same thing. Every single morning, affirmations. Every night, I'm doing my gratitude practice, doing my music, doing my vision boards, which I love, by the way, journaling, the
Mhm.
whole arsenal. And I got zero, nada, nothing. It was like the universe was just dead silent.
Man, that's intense. So what you're kind of alluding to is 3 years of this. That's a major commitment.
It was. And I was frustrated the whole time I was
I can
doing it.
imagine.
Right. I was aligned, or so I thought. And then one day, I'll never forget this. I was in a conversation with someone and I heard myself saying out loud, and this is the moment I said it. I stopped mid sentence because I realized that thought that I just was saying, I've been thinking that since I was 12 years old.
Well, what was the thought?
Well, I'm not proud to say it was good things don't last for me. I
Oh.
said it so casually that day, like it was a fact. And Lenny, that one belief had been running in the background for probably 30 years. Every time the universe tried to give me something, I was unconsciously rejecting it because deep down, I didn't believe I got to keep it.
So you are manifesting the opposite of what you were actually asking for, correct?
Exactly.
Oh
I was
man.
asking for abundance, but I was thinking about loss, what I didn't have. I was asking for love, but I was thinking about being let down. What you think about, you bring about. And you've heard me say that because it's
I have. I love
it's
it. That's your
tagged in
tagline.
it's
That's your
tagline in
tagline.
my book I wrote, everything. I was
No doubt.
bringing about exactly what I feared, not what I desired.
So let me ask you this then. How do you know if you're doing what you just described? And how do you catch it either way?
That's a great question, Lenny. I have found that there's three signs. And when you see these in yourself, you'll know exactly what's happening. So, sign number one, you keep saying, I hope this works. I hope the universe listens. I hope they choose me. Lenny,
Yep.
hope is not a belief. Hope is doubt wearing a positive mask.
Okay, so what should they be saying instead, or what should we be asking instead?
It comes down to knowing. I know this is coming. I know I'm worthy of this. There's a huge difference between hope and knowing. Hope is waiting for permission. Knowing is acting like I've already claimed it.
Right.
Sign number two, you check for evidence every single day. Is it here yet? Did it show up? Any sign of it? Lenny, that's not patience. That's you or me telling the universe that you don't trust it, that we don't trust what the universe can provide.
That makes sense. So it's kind of like you're second guessing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You're saying with your actions what you're not saying with your words. I
That's
asked for
right.
this, but I don't believe it's coming. So I'm going to keep checking. And the universe responds to belief, not hope. If you're, when we're not, not checking, that's us believing the universe will provide. And sign
Wow.
number three, this one's really huge. You tell everyone about what you're manifesting. You
Okay.
so need other people to validate it before it's real to you. Uh-uh.
Uh,
Uh-uh.
Now, why is that a problem?
Because people think that, oh, I want to tell everybody everything. But the problem
Yeah,
is when you're
not I.
dependent, when you're dependent on someone else's validation, you're putting your power in their hands.
Mm,
You're saying my manifestation only counts if you think it's real enough. Now, kind of hold on to that. But what
yeah,
happens? We dilute the energy completely. The
yeah.
fastest way to drain a manifestation power is to need someone else to believe in it before you do.
So you're saying, and
And
I tend to agree, keep it to yourself, correct?
keep it to yourself because
Yeah,
it's between us and our higher power, whatever we believe in.
yeah. I get
That's our
that. I really
secret,
do.
you
That
know?
is the secret inside and on between you and your thoughts and your manifestations. So I understand that. So I want to go back to something, Linda, that you said
Mm-hmm,
earlier.
mm-hmm.
You've been thinking about loss for 30 years. How conscious were you of that actual thought?
Great question. That's the thing. I wasn't conscious of it at all.
Mm-hmm.
Not at all. It was running on autopilot. It was like a program. And here's the thing about programs, Lenny. They don't stop running just because we're not aware of them.
So you could be asked for one thing while your unconscious mind is manifesting the opposite.
Absolutely. And when we're doing
Interesting.
that, there's nothing sacred that's being kept between us and the universe. And the
Hmm.
real power lies between ourselves and the universe. So every
I
single
see.
day, and most people, they never catch it. They just keep wondering why the law of attraction isn't working. They think that law's broken. But in actuality, the law of attraction is perfect. It's their internal belief that's in conflict with their request.
So if you don't mind, can I ask you what changed for you once you caught that initial thought?
Everything. Once I saw the pattern, I could question it. Is this true? Is it really true that good things don't last for me? Am I not worthy? And when I looked at it, I thought the answer was no.
Hmm.
I was just telling myself a story. that I've been
Yeah.
telling myself forever. And sometimes it happens because of what people say to you when you're young. You know, you're
Sure.
this, you're that, and so you start to believe all that. But once
No
I
doubt.
really sat with myself and I challenged those things started to shift. And I'd
Hmm.
say, it's not easy because my mind is constantly running many times in a negative format, to believe it or not.
It's not
But
uncommon.
with but within 3 months, I began manifesting things I'd been asking for. And
Mm.
what a what a gift.
Yeah, go on with that.
Lenny, my whole message is what you think about, you bring about. I say it all the time. Faculty I've worked with know that it's something I believe strongly in because it really brought home the point to me that that's this real secret. Our thoughts are powerful and we're like a genie. Our thoughts are going to give us, the universe is going to give us whatever we're thinking. It's
Hey,
that
I'm still
powerful.
listening here. I'm intrigued. Keep going, please.
Most people are thinking about what they don't want 80% of the time. And I'm just going to give you a little clue. I
Hmm.
don't want any more debt.
Hmm.
I don't want it.
Oh,
Or I
I've been
hope it
there.
doesn't fall apart. I hope they don't leave me. I hope I'm not
Hmm.
wrong about this. I hope I don't get rejected. That's still what we're thinking about, the thing we want to avoid. And guess what? That's what you're bringing about.
So again, what you're manifesting is your fear instead of your desires at this point.
Exactly. The
Hmm.
universe doesn't hear the word don't, it hears the thought. Don't get sick. Your brain pictures you immediately ill. Don't
Wow.
fail. Your brain pictures failure. The real question isn't, am I manifesting? It's, what am I manifesting right now with what I'm thinking?
Hmm.
Because we're always manifesting something. The question is that what we really want?
That is so powerful, that statement.
Once you get it, it kind of changes everything. But I'm gonna
Yeah,
I'm gonna be the first to say I'm still a work in progress.
we all are. So let's get down to brass tacks, if you will. Let's get practical in the situation. Someone is listening right now and they're like, hey, I think I've been thinking about the wrong thing. What do they do in this situation?
Well, I've kind of broken it down into what I consider to 3 steps. I mean, someone else
Okay.
may have it another way, but these are my 3 steps. First, we have to learn to listen to ourselves. So, what I would say with that is, okay, how do you do it? I would say just for one day, pay attention to what you're actually saying throughout the day,
Mm.
not what you're thinking you're saying, what you're actually saying out loud or rotates over and over in your mind.
Hmm.
Because we often say things without realizing it.
Well, that's the unconscious pattern, if you will.
Absolutely, it is.
Hmm.
So, step one, listen. I was saying good things don't last for me so casually that I didn't even register it. Once I
Yeah.
really that day paid attention and heard myself, I couldn't unhear it.
So what's step two?
Well, as with anything, step two, since we're a co-creator, we need to question it. We need to
Oh, yeah.
question ourselves. Is this actually true? Have I actually had proof that good things don't last? Or is this just a story? Because here's what I found. Most of the time, it's a story. And if we think back on our daily actions, even if we do it just for a week, what have we thought about most? What have we said most? When did our brain not stop and it just kept
Mhm.
repeating something? Or when did my little girl back when I was 12 make a decision based on one or two experiences? And that became something that ran through the rest of my life.
Wow. What about step three?
Step three, replace it. You
Wow.
can't, our mind is meant to think, unfortunately, sometimes. You can't just think about nothing. Your brain needs a new thought. So if your old thought is, good things don't last for me, that new thought is, everything I receive, I get to keep. Because remember, the universe, just like our higher power, trusts us with abundance. We're
Hmm.
perfectly imperfect. And then,
Hmm.
this is so important, live like that's true. You act like you believe it to be so. And
Yeah, you have to
when you
totally embody it is what I'm tracking here.
exactly, because if you've read anything on Kiyosaki or any of those others, it was like, you know, wear a suit every day, act like you've already got the money, like you've already become it. So yeah, your saying of embody it is absolutely act and think like it's already happened.
Like
Because
that.
manifestation isn't just about thinking, it's about becoming the person who already has what you're asking for. I've already got it.
Yeah.
It's mine. It's no one else's, belongs to me. And when you're that person, you don't check if it's proof anymore. You don't, you're just, I know. And I know you've come in
Hmm.
contact with people that their spirituality is so strong that
Hmm.
they just have faith. They
Correct.
have faith. It's all going to be okay. And then we're thinking, oh my God, I don't have any money. Oh my God, I can't do this. I can't do that. But they don't tell everyone about it. They just know. They
Yeah.
trust. And that's who attracts exactly what they want. That's true manifestation.
Well, it's just so true. And I just have to ask, I mean, Linda, with you doing this work, catching your own thoughts, questioning your own beliefs, I know for myself, but for you also, that is not easy, is it?
I'd be the first to tell you no. And, even though I know better, I'm friggin' catching myself all the time that I've done
Oh,
it
yeah.
again. I've done it
Correct.
again. I wanted something, or I thought something was going to happen at a certain time and it didn't. And it's like, oh my God, my world falling apart. And it's at that moment when you start questioning your beliefs, you start questioning everything, and you have to ask yourself, what else now am I believing in that isn't true? And that's really terrifying. I mean, it really is. You
It
think,
is.
I guess that's why I say it's a moment to moment, moment to moment, conscious effort to do this work, if
Hmm.
that makes sense.
It
Because if
does.
if you strongly believe that your beliefs have been wrong, and that it also then leads to, well, what else have I been wrong about? So are we holding on to these stories because
Well,
it gives us comfort?
it could be that, but I mean, honestly, that's just the real work you have to put in manifestation. And it's not easy, as we've said several times already. That's the work you got to put in.
And it's uncomfortable.
Correct.
I'll be the first to tell you, I don't like it. I don't like
Hmm.
to have to constantly beyond me, beyond my, beyond me, because you think, gosh, I thought I really made it to the X and Z or X, Y, and Z. And now look at me, I'm doing the same questioning that I was doing back then. But
Hmm.
we all, if we're human, slip back into old patterns. I truly believe that. It's
Hmm.
uncomfortable. The work is uncomfortable. You know, I spent 3 years of my life angry with myself because I wasn't where I wanted to be. And then I realized, what did I waste? When had I
Yeah.
just checked myself, that was really the beginning of the preparation. Sometimes you have to hit some kind of a rock bottom and
Yeah.
you have to really hear the thought that you're thinking. But if I'd manifested easily, I don't know that I would have ever learned anything about this. I
Yeah. That's
wouldn't
what I like to.
know.
That's what I like to say, really, Linda, is that the struggle is real. You know, it's part of the lesson. You have to embrace it at this point.
It's so true. And, now when I work with people who are stuck, you know, I just tell them, you're not stuck because the law of attraction doesn't work. You're stuck because there's a belief inside you that's blocking it. And once you find that belief and you question it, it really frees you up.
Well, don't you agree that you have to want to be free as well?
Yeah. You know,
Yeah.
that's the other part of it. I probably, if there was a step four, that would be
That's
it.
also challenging. Yeah. That's the
If
next one.
you know we have to want to be free of it. Is it a story that we love carrying around because people feel sorry for us? I mean, sometimes we
Yeah.
really have to get that deep.
They
We
don't.
have to really get deep. And because truthfully, what I found, staying stuck is a choice. It's familiar
Correct.
and it becomes comfortable and it feels
Yep.
safe to somebody. But I've had things happen in my life that I swear to God I wouldn't wish on anyone else. And you finally get to that point, if you choose life over victim, that you want to do better, if that makes sense. So I'm
Correct.
just
Yeah,
saying
I
to
get it.
somebody, if you're in that place where I used to be, your first step is just be willing to take a look at what you're thinking and what you're saying and how you're behaving.
That makes sense to me.
Lenny, I thought about this. If there's someone listening right now, only takes one thing away from our conversation today, what would you want them to hear?
Well, I've thought about this as well. I wrote some notes down, and it what it comes down to is, guys, it's your work to do. Nobody can do it for you. You have to commit to it and really manifest on your own and work on that manifestation. Because again, honestly, nobody else cares about it except you. They'll support you eventually, but right now you got to focus on you. Does that make sense?
Oh, beautiful. I mean, beautiful. And I think the only other reminder that I would tag to that is, remember, you're manifesting. So you're either going to get
Correct.
what you don't want, or you're going to do what Lenny says and what we're talking about to get what you truly want and desire.
Hmm.
And
Either way, something
because,
happen.
yeah, either way, the universe and the
Something's
higher
got the universe going to
power,
work. What do we always say? It tends to work itself out. It's going to
it's
work
it
itself out for you. You just
one
want to
way
be on the
or the
positive
other.
side of things. That's right.
And wouldn't you like to be more in control of it than not? I mean, that's one of the things
Me
I always think
personally, I
about.
would. Correct.
But I'm going to tell you, there's days I'm not in control of it. And
Hmm.
I have a very active brain. I'm an educator, so there's that logic brain, and it
Yes,
just
you
will not
do.
will not shut up. You know what I mean? It will not shut up.
No.
So start paying attention. Listen to what you say,
Yeah.
question it, replace it, and then watch what happens. Because I promise you, the moment you change that one thought, everything begins to shift. Will it stay that
Yeah.
way? What's your thought, Lenny?
Well, I mean, that's again, we're giving the audience some hope and myself, really, and you. But again, I want to reiterate the fact, for someone who's been trying to manifest for years and just nothing's happened, Linda, it, I think I know the answer, but do you think there's hope?
I choose a word now, Lenny, called knowing. And
Hmm.
I really mean that from a literal sense. There's no wondering, no hoping, no maybe I'll get it right this time. We have to remember that as a soul, we're already whole and perfect.
Mm,
Maybe imperfectly perfect, but we're perfect. So that means that the universe or your higher power already knows you deserve it. It's not a maybe, it's a definite yes. But the question is, do your beliefs align with your asking?
mm. So what you're saying again is what you think about, you bring about.
Absolutely. So choose what you think about wisely. And if you catch yourself in an old pattern, don't judge yourself, acknowledge it, but change it, question it, choose again. We have that power because we're human and we're so beautiful. You've always had it.
Wow.
You've just finally got to use it.
I'll tell you what, that was awesome. And we've all had those situations where we have used it for positive and negative, and it, just got to focus on it, guys. That's all we can say here. Don't you agree, Linda?
Oh, yeah. I think just, just do your best and use awareness and just just want to do it, I think. I
Yeah,
think we have to want to, don't you?
I agree. I agree completely. Does that wrap it up,
Well,
Linda?
I think so. I think we should thank them
I
for
think so.
listening.
Thank you so much. That's very powerful. I've got actually I have to digest myself a little bit to be honest with you.
Good.
Yeah. So thank you,
Thank you, everyone, for listening. We really appreciate it.
Linda. We'll talk soon.
Okay. Bye.
Much love. Bye.